Everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about why it's not a good idea to wear a lot of bright colors outdoors and why it is a good idea to have some kind of plan to conceal yourself if you need to, if you're in the outdoors. So be right back with you. Welcome back again, everybody. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit it right now. And drop me a notice down below in the comment section if you have any questions. And please get over to helvetiabushcraft.ch to see some of the deals I have online on my website. Let's continue. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about a bug in, bug out situation, or if shit hits a fan situation and you need to move around and you need to conceal yourself. And there are lots of ways of doing that. Now, one thing a lot of people, I notice, if you go to any kind of ski resort or any kind of hiking trip, you'll see a lot of bright colors, this kind of stuff. And it's one of those things I just really do not suggest. Okay, I've always been someone, now I have had red jackets and orange jackets, this kind of stuff, skiing, especially when you're up in the high Alps, because you use that for signaling, and that's different. But if you're in a situation where you're trying to hide yourself, or you're trying to be less noticeable, then you need to think about that. And one of those ways is, of course, is all your kit and your bags. Try to avoid black, but get you some dark grays, olives, browns, this kind of stuff. Maybe not too much camouflage, but it has its place also. But anyway, so that's what you want to do. And there are a few items that you can carry with you that have multiple uses, and that's something that really is, for me, it's even a better idea. This past week, I showed you a trick that even I discovered with using the tweezers on my, here's the tweezers here on my Swiss Army knife for determining direction, okay, finding north, okay. Well, if your backpack is complete, you have the 10 essentials, what you might want to add in there is a small sewing kit. And what I have, besides a small sewing kit, I also have some of these heavyweight needles right here. And these right here, all you need to do is strike them several times, maybe 10 or 15 times across some wool sock or wool shirts like that, or a wool sleeve. And then you can take it and you can set it on top of a piece of cork from a wine bottle, put that in the water, and that thing will show you where north is at. So, and that's what I did. I've cut it down a small piece, so I can easily put this inside my kit. Now I can use this for several things. Another thing I can use it for is with a lighter. Okay, you need to conceal yourself. You can take it, you can burn it. Okay, get it nice and black right here, and this right here will make an excellent sooty color that you can use to help conceal exposed skin or even over clothing and this kind of stuff. Let's get this right here. We got it burning here a little bit. Want to get it nice and smutty. Burn it out. Let it cool down a little bit. And then what you can do is take it, and you see I'm a pretty white guy. There we go, So there, we can already knock out some of that color, okay? So that's another thing you can use it for. So here's already a dual purpose. Another purpose, you can take this cork right here and use it for when you're fishing, this kind of like that. You can use it as a float to help you when you're fishing, and just for one of those things, okay? But here, camouflage, setting up finding direction with a needle and a float, and then you can always, if your canteen, you have a smallmouth canteen or something like that, you can block it up with it also. But cork has a lot of things. It's a natural material also. It's easy to find. I'm sure some of you may drink some alcohol, drink this kind of stuff. Save those corks. I have a whole vase full of corks from years of just saving them up after parties, that kind of stuff. And they come in handy. So get one inside your kit. It's a good idea, okay? Another thing you could possibly do is get yourself just a small stick of camouflage. This is loom and dark green right here, and with this right here you can pop it out. And what I like to use it with is with some baby oil or some insect repellent. So the insect repellent does a double thing, and what you do is you push it out, you put some baby oil in your hand, you swirl this around it makes a little small, it melts a little bit, and then you can take it and you can, of course, camouflage yourself. Now it doesn't want to apply so easily this way. It's much easier if you put some oil on this, kind of like that. And I'll do a tutorial another time showing you guys how to apply camouflage onto your face, just kind of like that. But this is another thing that you might possibly want to carry with you. I've had this right here for many years. I've had several of them. I've actually given them away, and these are pretty good. You get the little small compacts also with a mirror in it. That's not too bad also. But I already have a mirror on my compass, so if I need a mirror, I've got that there. I want to keep the weight down as much as possible. So that's why this right here comes in handy. I can always blacken up real quick, to knock out those colors, knock out those to obscure and to conceal myself as much as possible. But I can also use something like this right here. Also, another thing also is you can also use dirt and mud to do that with, or you can some also if you make a fire, you can take the soot from the fire, and you can also blacken up if you need to. Now I have a big white beard, so for me it's advantageous to actually try to darken that up a little bit. Something else I would challenge you to do, and I think it's a good idea to have, is have yourself some kind of concealment inside your hat, this kind of stuff. Now this is an old Army boonie hat with the cat eyes still sewn on the back, and this right here I could easily just throw on my head right here, and I have some instant camouflage and some protection from the sun. It's called a sun hat. Now you can use, of course, a baseball style cap also. This right here is multicam tropical on it right here. Look for, wherever the area you're going to be working in. Quite often, this right here is Australian camouflage, this shirt right here. And I love this shirt right here. It's a really nice shirt. And it works very well. Actually in all season around here, even in the summertime here when it's really green, the green sort of comes out on it. Another thing you can use also is a shemag right here, or balaclava. I have balaclava. They're quite warm, especially in the summertime. But a shemag you can actually put on your head right here. You can, break down some of that color a little bit, if you need to, and look like someone's grandmother. And but you know what? It protects you from the sun, but also can offer you some level of camouflage also. Okay, you want to avoid a lot of straight lines that have straight lines in it. You want to get more colors that are going to adapt much better with whatever the outdoor settings is also. Something else I also have, this is from a company called Fjärdyrken, and this is from, I think it's from Sweden or Norway. I'm not sure exactly where, but it's a hunting camouflage inside here. It's the same color you see right here. This stuff works everywhere. I've not seen a place that doesn't work, and I have made a video on it before. You can look at it, and I can make another video on it too. But this is a basha, and it's actually one you can get inside of and keep yourself warm as a reflection. So it's really made for the winter time. But you can easily set it up, conceal yourself under it, and even the tarp I use is an Australian camouflage tarp, but you can find multicam or just even olive. But avoid black because black's not a natural color. Black is the opposite of white. Okay, and white is light, black is dark. So just be careful. I mean, you can get yourself a dark gray. Those work really well. Avoid colors that are just not natural. Okay, you're not going to find in the outdoors, but get yourself a tarp and this kind of stuff, and your equipment, your kit that is much more with natural colors. It's going to blend in better, so you can better hide yourself, especially if you're in a situation where you're trying to hide yourself. Get a nice tarp, get it low to the ground, and get all your kit up under it, and so it's less likely if someone's looking out, they can see it, especially under the trees in a spruce forest or wherever you're at, and you can always throw. Something else I also have and I use for sometimes with kids, I use some spray paint where I'll spray something up if it needs to be sprayed up. And one of the biggest things you got to really be careful of if you're out and about, especially at night, and that is any kind of flashlight, So, I mean, my lights, when I'm using are white, but I know that I also have a red lens, a military Tactica Petzl headlight, and I can put it on red if I need to and use it. So I do, and I usually carry both of them because I have a spare. Okay, remember the old saying, two is one is none. Okay, so make sure you got plenty of batteries, and it's basically the same stuff. And so anyway. Something else is that when you are out and about, avoid be careful how you move around, this kind of stuff like that. And you don't want to basically lead someone to you. Do what they call I can't remember the name of it now. A dog. Basically, you go out and you work yourself back around to the trail you were on. Okay, and that can, if someone's following, you can every once in a while do one of these to make sure no one's following you on the trail that you're heading on. But if you're in a place that's pretty sterile, you don't want to keep using that same route that's so obvious. Is going, especially if it's muddy, people are going to see it. Okay, so just try to find a way to maybe walk along a creek bed that's more rocky. Try not to lead people up to where your hide site is, because they will find it. And if you're using animals, they're going to find you really quickly anyway. So anyway, just a couple of things just to be wary of when you're out in the doors. But this is primarily on concealment, this little talk, and just the uses of multi-use things. Like I said, get yourself a packet of some heavyweight sewing needles right here. I've never even opened these right here. I have opened them. So I'm going to see, I'll pull one out for you and show you what it looks like. I wasn't sure if I'd open them or not, but I've had these for a long, long time. And there are some really good heavyweight needles in here. Matter of fact, they're still inside the little packet right here. They came in. I ordered these many, many years ago and I just had them in storage. So if I were to need them, they're here. And they are these big sewing needles, you know. You can sew with any kind of material, kind of stuff. They're quite big, you know, if you see, and they have a big, you know, you can see the end of them right here. Needle. So these things come in handy, and they'll come in handy for many things, even for if you need to heat it up to sterilize it, you need to pick out something in your skin or something like that. They work really well for that. And you could use them even for fishing, you know. This is quite a big one for fishing, but yeah, but there's different sizes in here. This is a large, you have a medium, and you have a small size. And then, of course, like I said, I have a small sewing kit in my gear that I carry, and with needles and threads, this kind of stuff in it. So this is all in my gear just in case I were needed, you know. So anyway, so I picked this little packet. I can't really see. Smith and Son Sailmaker needles, what there are. Sailmaker needles. So there you go. You can get a good idea of what it, you know. And you can pick these up online on Amazon, something like that. I think I ordered them on Amazon many, many, many years ago. And I think I've opened up to check them out, but I've never needed to use them in the outdoors so far. Hopefully that remains that way. But it's something, like I said, you can throw in your gear along with one of these trusty cork, one of these cork bottle tops right here. What do you want to call them? In French, is a bouchon. And like I said, you can use that to conceal yourself, to make a float for fishing, and also to make a little small float for your needle that you've magnetized to find direction if you need to in an emergency. Well, there you go. And of course, don't forget something to burn it with. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was interesting for you and to give you some ideas. That's the idea, also, to give you some ideas. You can look back at my other videos and some future videos for how to apply some of this stuff and how I already applied it. Like I said, I do have a video on the compass, handmade compass. I have a video on my camouflage tarp also. And there you go. Hope to hear from you soon. Like I said again, please share, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends and enemies, leave a like, thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. I'm really interested in hearing from you. The last video I made, I got a couple of comments on, which was really nice, and that was about determining direction and some good questions. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, because it also makes me think and makes me have to have a response for you, even if I don't immediately come up with it. But anyway, you have to take care of yourselves. You have a pleasant weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather out, and I hope to hear from you again very soon. And God bless you. Take care. Goodbye.